Hello, welcome back to We Should Have Gone to University. I'm Ashley.
I'm Jamie.
What's happening, James?
I'm all good. And I'm Damien.
Do you understand what's happening?
What's happening?
Yeah.
It's like, what's happening? Like, what's going on?
Yeah, a lot of people in Wales say it. So, like, there's another... Actually, so I'm a big fan of podcasts. And there's a... Do you know... Remember The Blackout?
Yeah.
Yeah, the singer Sean Smith has got a podcast. And it's called Sapnin. Because it's like a Welsh thing that people say. And it's quite fun because it's good. I'm kind of listening back to, like, old people that I used to, know and stuff, on the podcast. But then I realised that even though I'm from Wales, like sapnin and butt and things like that, I don't actually say it. I've kind of resisted it my whole life not to get into like the local lingo.
Okay.
What's like where you're from? What do people like? What's something people say?
I think I've told you this before, but in Hull,
Yeah.
when people greet each other, they seem to say, now then.
Okay, right. But you say that too, right?
I only do it, but the weird thing is I always fought against it, and I think now I kind of do it.
Why did you fight against
I don't know, it just sounds, I don't know, it's just,
weird, right?
I think because I was never from, well, I'm not from Hull.
Yeah.
I just lived there, so my accent's a bit.
Yeah, I don't know why I resisted it, because saying like butt and alright and happening and stuff like that. I say it as a joke now, but I've never grown up saying it.
And then another thing they say in Hull is, if they say, like a normal person would say, I'm working I don't finish work until 5. In Hull, they say while instead of until. So, don't finish work while 5.
While?
Yeah.
What the fuck? That's crazy. I would not understand that. Never mind. Anyway, yeah, so welcome to the show. This show is about, Jamie and I. Oh, Damien, who's not here today, sadly.
He is here. Just said.
Sorry. Hey, Dame. Yeah, anyway. So, guys, new listeners, we grew up in the new metal era, and we're listening back to determine if it was shit or not. And so far, it's been, I'd say, majority has been good, right?
7.5 out of 10.
We've listened to...
on the iPod.
Yeah. We've listened to Tool, Limp Bizkit, Linkin Park. What else have we done? Korn. Oh, we did Silverchair last week right now. Oh, big debate here. I've got a lot of emails about our show format. So usually, listeners, we listen to an album and we go track by track. And to be honest, right, when we did that, I had a lot of mixed emails too saying, your opinion is bullshit, which is, it is. It's our opinion, but we're not fucking experts. We're just listening back to these old albums and we're just saying if we like them or not. But so it's funny because we had the reply of, oh, shut the fuck up. Don't do that. And now we tried to like sum it up in a phrase, and people are protesting against that, James. So I think we got to give the people what they want. So
Track by track.
yeah, we're gonna go track by track, but we're not gonna go on like 10 minutes each track. We're gonna give it like top 3 minutes. Just James, what do you think? Give me your best, give me your worst, and go from there, right? Because I like listening to each track because each track's got like an interesting thing to it, but we got to try and keep the podcast as short as possible. And anyway, so James, besides listening to the show today is Spineshank, The Height of Callousness. What else have you been doing or listening to?
I fell off my bike last Saturday.
Ah, no. Oh, by the way, we live in Japan and we ride bikes, and that's a bicycle, by the way.
Yeah,
not
bicycle.
Motorbike. What happened? Run me through it.
Me and Lena were cycling home. That's my fiance, by the way.
Yeah.
And we'd had a couple of drinks, and ironically, I turned around to see if she was okay, and then while I was looking at her, I hit a curb, went over my handlebars, hit my face, and then Lena crashed into me prone on the floor, fell off a bike. She cut her knee, I cut my face.
Was there laughter?
There was the next morning.
I see.
Yeah. It was, yeah. So I did that. And then we went to Damien's kid's birthday party last Sunday.
Yeah, I went to that too. It was good, right? It was quite, it was
pleasant.
Yeah. So,
and then apart from that, what else? I've listened to Spineshank a lot this week.
Yeah.
I've actually listened to Silverchair quite a lot as well.
Which album?
The one we listened to last week.
Oh, okay. Oh, God, give us your give us some tracks you like right now, then, James.
No, I don't know.
Exactly. Jamie never knows the fucking.
I don't
song
know
names.
I don't know the song names of this album that we're going to listen to tonight.
That's okay. I'm gonna play them first, so we get a little back.
Okay.
So Jamie's from the era where you had tapes and shit in cars.
Tapes and CDs.
CDs. So he never knows any of the names of the songs. I'm quite I almost want to know the name of the song.
Yeah.
Oh, what about you watched Joker, right? How
It was
that?
amazing. In the last week, I've watched Chernobyl, Joker, and John Wick 3. I've had my brain is saturated with quality.
The Chernobyl, the guy who wrote the music did the music for Joker too.
Really?
Yeah, all the music from Chernobyl is the same guy as the Joker.
I did not know that.
So apparently it's good, I guess. Cause...
It's brilliant in both.
Oh, okay. So did you enjoy? I mean, there's a lot of people, people touch about these.
Yeah,
movies, right?
God, I read an absolutely ridiculous review of it. And my dad sent me it today. He's like, what do you think of this? It was a review in the Daily Mail, and it was basically saying if anyone does actually have mental health problems, this movie will tip them over the edge. I can't say too much because you haven't seen it, but
yeah, I'm going to watch it tomorrow.
You could say that about any movie, TV show, video game, song. Off.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
But Joker is seriously brilliant.
Oh, I see. Yeah, I've had a weird week, man, because I got braces. I can't really. I love a hot coffee, I like a hot coffee in the morning, but I can't do that. So, and I've never actually tried iced coffee.
Oh, really?
Like in 7-Eleven, you just get the glass of ice. I don't know. I've just always fought against it, but I thought, fuck it. I went to have one the other night, and I was like, when I first drank it, I was like, oh, this is fucking disgusting. I hated it. But after I got through the first couple of sips, I was like, oh, I got it. Kind of like the new Tool album.
See, I've gone a bit back on that now. I'm actually thinking it's a bit shit.
What? Oh, the album?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I'm just not.
I haven't listened to it again. Every week we're fluctuating between
I am.
I
listened to it. We were talking about it on this last week, weren't we? And I went home and listened to it, and it just
I see. Yeah, and I've been so I resisted the iced coffee for a while, and I'm into it now. And I bought a hat because I kept in the summer. It's so fucking hot in Japan that I was getting what's the word, sunstroke or heat stroke, whatever, all the time. So I bought a hat and just cover that. And I've always hated hats because my ears stick out, and I've always been self-conscious about it. But I just thought, I put it on, and I was like, fuck it, I'm just gonna wear it for a week.
Your ears aren't sticking out now.
I know. Well,
that's because you got headphones
on. But you know what I mean. But do you have any weird things about yourself that you don't like?
I've got the thing with my ears as well with caps. I also don't like having my hair too short because I feel like I've got a really long gawky neck, which I haven't.
It's funny, you got these really what do you call them? What's it? Self-crit, things.
Insecurities.
Insecurities. That's the word. So you probably nobody has ever noticed it, but you noticed it, right? It's really strange. Yeah, I know. I've been wearing a hat, so I'm wearing a hat now because I'm just trying to enjoy the experience of having it. It's really strange. I know it's weird.
You look 5 years younger with it.
No, I see. Well, I do look quite young already, so it doesn't help. Yeah. All right. What about me? What about me going on? Oh yeah, I watched once I got a new TV. I watched Alien. The first Blu-ray I watched was Alien. Fucking amazing. That film just does not age. It's just so
we watched good. Aliens.
I'm going to watch that this weekend. So
very good. I've been rewatching Luther recently.
Oh, Luther, yeah. I've there's a bunch of shows I've started I haven't really cracked on with, but I'm gonna once I finish Boardwalk, I'm probably gonna do that. Anyway, talking about music. So it's funny because talking to Alien, I think this Spineshank album is like Alien 3, and I'm gonna explain why later. Okay. Anyway, so let's talk about what's going on in the new metal world, James. So I want to pick your brain, right? So what do you think about some stuff? Do you know Volbeat?
Yes, I do. I like Volbeat.
Do you like them?
Yep.
Yeah, they're one of those bands I never listened to, and then when I did, I was like, they're really, really good.
Yeah.
So they walked off stage in Ireland a couple weeks ago. The singer did.
Because?
Apparently they had technical difficulties because they couldn't hear each other. So the vocalist said, "I'm not doing it because I'm going to blow my voice."
Okay.
So how do you feel in that situation, right? Because if I'm a paying audience member, of course I'm gutted, right? Because I can't hear the band. But at the same time, they had problems with in-ears, and you've played with a fucking monitor, you can't hear yourself, right? If it doesn't really change how you're drumming, right? I mean, maybe you'll drum a bit louder or something, but with a vocalist, if you can't hear people, then you're gonna try and strain your voice, right? Which is gonna fuck up the rest of the shows. So I don't know how to feel about it.
Yeah,
because Damien doesn't use a fucking monitor. It's crazy. But he doesn't
and he sings really low. The singer,
exactly. Yeah. So
I don't know.
If that's you, what are you doing? If you're let's say you're in a big band, and you're the vocalist.
Of course, you've got to think about long term, but surely, as Freddie said, the show must go on.
Yeah, I agree there. It's kind of a difficult situation, I guess.
If he was like, you know, if it was Jesse from Killswitch Engage or the guy from Lamb of God, I'd understand. But
what's
like
the
Volbeat,
Yeah, I know. What's the worst gig you've had with like sound issues in any band? Because we've had a couple in our band now, but it's not been only like a song or two, right? Has been where it's been bad. What about in your other bands?
Played a gig with like a 10-piece orchestra, but like it was just through like amps and stuff, so like I couldn't hear the strings, and there was quite a lot of bits where they had to follow me, and
yeah. How was that?
It was doing it was horrendous, but then when I listened back to it, when someone took a video of it, it was really tight. But I think that was more down to the classically trained musicians I was playing with rather than me.
Yeah, it's kind of.
I've been quite lucky with sound stuff.
Yeah, me too.
I think the most embarrassing thing I've ever had happen at a gig was an Answer Me gig at Badlands when my beater flew out of my bass drum pedal, and my drum key was upstairs. Yeah, and I had to run upstairs to the change room to get a drum key.
I remember that. What did we do while you were doing that?
Damien went and sat on the drum kit and just pissed around.
Okay, what did I do? What did everyone do? I can't
think
remember.
You just played your little.
Which is doodling, right? I remember that part, but I don't remember what we were doing at the time. Yeah, we always have kind of issues because Kate, our band is called Answer Me. If you want to Google us and download our music, it's on Spotify. Anyway, Kate, our lead guitarist, he does have a lot of pedals, a lot of shit basically, and a lot of times he does have issues with. Something's broken, and he does get pissed off about it, doesn't he? He can't laugh it off.
The funny thing is, he had nothing when he joined the band, and you've talked him into buying all these pedals, and they go wrong every gig.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, well, he just needs a distortion pedal and that's it really. But anyway, he takes it really badly. But anyway, another one, right? So do you ever watch? Do you watch YouTube a lot? I mean, I don't mean like song, but are you into YouTubers?
No. Couldn't give a fuck.
So there's a guy called, his name's like Steve Terranberry or something. He looks like a 10-year-old kid, but he plays like guitar and shit. But he's one of these guys, you either love him or hate him. He's like he talks like this and
see the guy who did the how to make a power metal song.
That's it. That guy.
Yeah,
you remember that? Yeah. Okay.
It was a brilliant video, but him wound me the fuck up.
No, the way he talks.
And he does this weird thing with his eyes.
Yeah. See, I think he's fucking hilarious, right? He makes me laugh. But what happened was, right? He does a lot of Dragon Force covers, right? And the Dragon Force guitarist Herman Lee, he was on Twitch. Twitch, the gaming.
Nope.
It's this is crazy. It's gonna blow your mind. Twitch is a website. You go on there to watch people playing games.
Oh yeah, I've heard of that.
You know what I mean? Yeah. So the guy from Dragon Force is doing that.
I heard it.
Yeah.
There's someone put on Twitter saying, "Oh, my son has just absolutely burnt me." He was watching. Yeah, that was it. He was watching some people play Fortnite on Twitch.
Yeah.
And this guy said he said to his son like, "Oh, how stupid is it that you're watching other people play games?" And his son just looked at him and said, "Bit like you watching football."
Yeah. Because it is quite interesting. I do quite like it, but people are really, really into it. And anyway, so the Dragon Force guitar player was doing it, and someone joked because their Dragon Force bassist has basically had to drop out. I don't know why, but he's dropped out. And they were joking like, "Hey, get Steven to do it." And he was like, "All right, then." So they contacted him. And he agreed to do it.
And he's going to play bass in Dragon Force?
He didn't. He basically had a panic attack and he's like said, "I can't do it because I'm just too nervous to do it." This is a guy who's been YouTubing for years, he's he does all these jokes. He finally gets an opportunity to actually play live with a band. He's capable of playing. He's a great guitar player, but he couldn't take the anxiety of it, So, right, James, what's happened? You jokingly around have made some, let's say Spineshank. Let's just, you've made some covers of some Spineshank songs, and their drummers dropped out, and they said, "Jamie, can you step up and do it?" What are you doing?
I'd fucking smash it,
right?
Yeah,
right.
There's obviously if there are bands like
obviously you're gonna be nervous, right? But
like Mastodon or Tool, I'm not good enough, but like there are some bands that I love.
Yeah,
that
yeah.
I am good.
No, this is a band that you'd be totally capable of doing. It's nothing to do with ability. Exactly right. Yeah.
But has this guy ever done a gig before?
Well, I think he's just a YouTube guitar player, I guess. And
Okay.
that's what it's like. But yeah, I was like, oh, that's kind of. I was interested to hear that. Crazy, right? Imagine that being offered. Just do you want to do it? You're right in, and then he just bails out of it.
Yeah, weird.
Anyway, now the last one I want to talk about with you specifically, Jamie, right? Because Jamie and I are British, and we love new metal and music and stuff like that. But we're also big football fans.
Okay.
Have you heard about this whole Agatha Christie, Colleen Rooney thing?
It's hilarious.
Oh my fucking god! Did you read the text? So
I read that.
Do you want to explain it to everybody?
I saw the initial statement from Colleen Rooney.
Do you want to explain what's going on?
So, 2 wives of famous footballers in England, Colleen Rooney, who's married to Wayne Rooney, she had a load of things about her private life sold to The Sun, which is a horrible shit cunt newspaper in England.
Yeah.
And she tried to do some investigating as to who was selling the stories, and over the course of a few months she started making up a load of fake stories and posting them to Instagram, but she only had one follower who turns out to be a woman called Rebecca Vardy, who is married to another footballer, and she's basically come out and accused her of telling lies about her to the tabloid press.
Yeah.
And
it, right?
It's just pathetic. But it's funny.
What do you mean pathetic? I mean, because it's quite like...
Well, I just don't... I don't know. I don't know what to make of it, but it's just like...
It's just funny because like...
It's funny. Like, I spent about 10 or 15 minutes reading the initial tweets and then the like replies from people and then like a couple of people. But
her actual tweet is hilarious because like she makes like this long, for a while now I've been holding in this blah, blah, blah. And at the end... It was Rebecca Vardy. The way it's written is really good. Like, it made me laugh. Not related to...
you haven't seen Line of Duty, have you?
No, I haven't.
So the main character in Line of Duty is called DS Arnott, and he's just like, nothing gets past him. He's just a fucking genius.
Oh, okay.
And someone put yesterday, it's no wonder Rooney gets caught every time he shags around. Yeah. He's married to DS Arnott.
Oh, God. Yeah, it's just funny, man. I love shit like that. Anyway, all right. So, Jim. Before we move on to this band, our band Answer Me.
Mm-hmm.
We are in the middle of recording a new CD, right?
Mm-hmm.
And Damien's not here, which is sad. But we've been talking about video ideas, right? So, if anybody has a idea for a music video, just in general, just like a man walks into a shop and punches an old a cat or something like that. Obviously ridiculous, but along those lines, just a basic idea. Because we're trying to, Jim, it's fun, right?
Yeah.
Like, it's really, really fun doing bands, right? I mean, most people who listen to this have been in bands and done all these things. I mean, why do you do it? I mean, it's just fucking good, isn't it? It's just really, really fun. And part of the fun is the creativity that's around it, like writing songs and then making T-shirts and all this shit. It's still fun right now. But I want to do some videos, but I have no ideas for anything. I mean, you had one, what was it about? Because we got this song called I Remember My First Drink. It's like a 2-minute mental punk song. Well, what did you say? Something about like a mailman.
An Amazon delivery man delivering the wrong thing. And then
yeah. And then the guy,
one of our previous videos has me, 2 of our videos. Did we do 2 videos with a pig mask? No, 1.
1.
Me in a pig mask getting really pissed off at. Yeah, God, it sounds shit in context.
Yeah, no, that's why I love talking. I want to talk about it like in this context because like when you like have an idea in your head, you're trying to like, guys. So what happens, right? Is like, so it's funny because when we did our first video, which was the one that Damien? No, the second video, Sweet Tooth, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we had Damien came to our house with like a laptop and a power, right? This is what we're gonna do, and we were like, okay, that sounds great.
Yeah.
And we need a bit of that in a way, but obviously everyone's busy doing other things. But any listeners, if you've got any music video ideas, and also cover art too, because Damien, I'm up for Damien doing everything, but I just want like some inspiration for him, and because he's really busy with his kids and things like that, and I just want to give him like a general idea because it's kind of hard to create the artwork. It's kind of hard.
I'll leave that to you lot.
Yeah. So anyway, any ideas, just let us know. You can email us at weshouldhavegonetouniversity@gmail.com. Any video ideas, any album ideas, what about song titles too? I mean, fucking hell. Talking about album art though, we never really talk about that. Do you have any like favorite album art? Because for me, it's Mastodon's Crack the Sky. I absolutely love that cover. It's one of my favorite ones. Do you have any favorites?
No.
I love
Tool,
Have
Anima.
Heart. Actually, I like 10,000 Days, but all the other album covers I'm not fussed on. But like
I like Mastodon Once More on the Sun.
I think all their album covers are great.
I don't really pay attention to shit like that.
Yeah?
Yeah. I don't have a very interesting answer for that.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of album art. Because now it doesn't really mean anything, right? Because it used to be like what do you mean? Like you'd be in the CD shop and that looks metal, that looks cool. But now it's irrelevant in a way, isn't it? All right, awesome. All right, let's move on to the album, shall we? Spineshank, The Heart of Callousness, all right? All right, so James, before we crack on.
The Height of Callousness.
Oh shit, the height.
The Height.
The Height of Callousness.
Yes.
Keeping that in. James, I listened to this album and I felt nostalgia. Like I've heard this, but never heard it. What's your experience and history with this band?
So, when they brought their first album out,
what's it called?
The first album's called Strictly Diesel. The first album is much more like almost a bit more Deftonesy, I think.
Oh, okay.
It's like I think they actually got their songwriting a bit better on this album. I just really I don't know, when the first album came out, I just thought like I think there was a little bit of elitism in me that like not many other people had heard of, and they were this band and I saw them in Kerrang and I thought they looked quite cool. And then I bought the first album and I was like, I fucking really like this. It's heavy, it's got singy choruses. And then I feel like this is something I've said on so many podcasts, but I was lucky enough to go to a lot of gigs when I was younger. I saw them live.
Yeah.
I saw them at Nottingham Rock City, and the lineup was Static X, Spineshank, and System of a Down, and it was a fucking great gig.
Wow, that sounds really good.
It was awesome.
Good,
it was on the Toxicity tour for System, and this album had been out maybe 6 months or something, I reckon, if I was guessing.
How were they live?
Brilliant. I was expecting them to be shit because a lot of the albums are like... Is it Ross Robinson? Are these Ross Robinson?
Not this album, no.
It was the first album. I can't remember. Anyway, I thought they'd just be like overproduced. But the thing that attracted me to Spineshank, and I feel a bit of a prick saying this, is I was always a very happy child and a happy teenager. And when I got into metal, I used to go out and have fun, and I was never into the
angsty stuff.
The angsty, depressing things. Like, I loved Korn, but I didn't really pay any attention to... I listened to the lyrics, but I didn't identify with anything. I think which is one of the reasons I love Deftones, because, like, they weren't like, oh, fuck me, I hate my mum kind of lyrics. I know it sounds like a twatty thing to say. I know, like...
No, I know, I understand.
I'm lucky to not have the problems that other people have had. But Spineshank, I remember reading interviews with them, and they were just like, oh, we don't know what... We just made a band, and now we're like signed and touring the world.
Yeah.
Yeah, that always... And the fashion as well, I think. They had like hoodies and baggy jeans. I don't know, weird. But yeah, and my first ever band I was in, our singer, me and him were massive Spineshank fans. I also saw them supporting Fear Factory as well. So I've seen him twice.
Yeah, I heard that they were friends with Dino.
Yeah. I think he helped get them signed or something.
Yeah, something like that, yeah.
And on their first album, I think the songs are called Stove, Bolt, and Shinebox. Tracks 2 and 3 on the first album are called Stove, Bolt, and Shinebox. And the first band I was ever in was called Stovebox. We just...
Oh, yeah. I remember you talking about that. Yeah,
we just connected. We just took two halves of Spineshank song titles and
I remember
made a band name.
Yeah. See, I'd heard of them because the name is quite... it sticks in it, Spineshank. It's quite a strong name. Is it a good name? I don't know.
I think it's terrible, but you just can't. It's for about like in LA prisons when they
it makes sense, though,
gangs
right?
used to shank people in the spine.
But the point of a name is just you remember them, right? So that's there's a lot of bands like.
But it's what I love about the name is it's clearly got an innocence. Like they're just for normal kids.
Yeah.
And they just have this name that's about like the way you kill someone in LA prisons. Oh yeah, that sounds cool.
I know. It's like wrestling, right? Like back in the day, The Undertaker, Stone Cold. Now it's like John Johnson.
Yeah.
Billy. It's like
gone back to
fucking so boring. Like,
yeah, when I grew up watching wrestling, it was like Repo Man and Papa Shango.
Yeah, even though it's
Tatanka.
like it's like shit. At least you remember them still, right? Yeah. Anyway, so I think I've heard them like on like compilation things, things like that. But until when I hear them, just like Silverchair, I felt nostalgia, which from not even listening to them is very strange. Anyway, so the Spineshank, The Height of Callousness is the second album.
Mm-hmm.
Came out on October 10th, 2000. Roadrunner Records, wow, big one at the time. The album name is from A Clockwork Orange. It's a phrase from that. So I guess they were fans of that movie. You hate that movie, right?
Fucking hate that movie.
Damien's a big fan.
It's showing
it. Like it.
It's on it. The cinema near us.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I got the listings the other day.
I'm a big fan.
In March next year, they're showing Back to the Future 1, 2, and 3.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of those movies.
Oh, fuck off.
But I do like Clockwork Orange.
Turn it off.
That's a great movie.
No.
Because of the, I mean, I reckon, like, even if you don't like the content, like, the fact that so many movies have ripped off the camera movements and the... Like, they kind of like, it's kind of like the Beatles in a way. Like, they're the first movie.
Oh, okay.
Do you know what I mean? Like, the first band to do mic up a drum kit and shit like that. Even if you don't like the music, they still did a lot for movies, like the slow motion things and things like that.
Okay. But maybe I'll watch it again.
Yeah.
Probably won't, though.
No. I totally understand. Like, as a movie, if you like the content, you can listen to the Beatles and be like, this is a shitty love song. But then you're like, if they're the first to do a lot of things. Like, slow motion camera movements, things like that. It's so many things. Anyway, moving on. Personnel, do you know the members, the names?
Singer's called Johnny Santos, and then the rest of them I couldn't.
Yeah, guitar was Mike Sarkisian, which looks like a what's that place called? Armenia. Sounds like that. Robert Garcia on bass and Tommy Decker on drums. A lot of Tommies on drums, isn't it? Produced by Garth Richardson. Mastered by Ted Jensen, who I know because he did Hotel California. So the guy knows what he's doing. Man. So before we start, I Googled the band, right? And the first thing that came up was a fucking review from NME. Are you a fan of NME, the magazine?
I always found it a bit pretentious. But at the time when NME was big, I was reading Metal Hammer and Kerrang, and I used to hate it when they used to just diss metal bands without like...
Well, listen to this fucking review, right? This is from 2005, which is 5 years after, right? The Height of Callousness. You'd be very hard-pressed, indeed, to find a blander, more generic piece of corporate cock-sucking filth than this. No matter what people tell you about the Limp Bizkit-fronted new metal zeitgeist, do not become excited. Most of the music that makes up this particular genre is bland, copycat, inspirationless garbage. If you want proof, check out up-and-coming new metal act Spineshank's new album, produced by Rage Against the Machine producer Garth. So I think this was probably... I think they published it in 2005, but I think it was in the magazine, I guess, at the same time. It just goes on to just totally... The guy's called Andy Kappa. Just really dig into this album, and I was like, wow. You just mentioned NME ripping on metal bands, like, fucking hell. I mean, they were really into the Oasis. Talking about Oasis, have you even noticed like there's like no drums on the Oasis songs? You can't hear it in the mix at all. Like, I was listening to Morning Glory. Like, you just can't hear the drums. Like, it's there.
Yeah, you can't on that.
It's there, but it's just like a wall of guitars. Like, it's insane compared to production now. Anyway, so yeah, man. When I listen to this album, I've listened all week, and I sound like I'm sure I've heard it, but I hadn't heard it. Anyway, let's listen to the first song. All right, first track is called Asthmatic. How do you pronounce it? You say
I told you I don't know the song names.
no, but the word
Asthmatic.
asthmatic, right? You don't pronounce it. All right. So I guess this man playing drop B because I'm quite attuned to guitar tunings now, and I definitely think it's drop B. Tell me if I'm wrong. So James, you can tell me what you think of this song, and I'll tell you after you. What do you think of this song? Any memories? It's the first track, right?
I remember when I saw them with Static X and System of a Down. One of my friends came with me, and he was only there for System of a Down. He'd never heard Spineshank, and I was saying, "Oh, they're really good." And I'd seen them with Fear Factory.
Did he enjoy?
And he was like, "Oh, yeah, they sound." It was like, I've heard they're a bit like new metal. Anyway, they opened with this song, and also all the electronic drum pads and samples. They actually do that live. The drummer.
Oh, okay.
The drummer has like pads, and it's all done to a click and stuff. So yeah, they were. Yeah, he was like, "Fuck, they're pretty good." Yeah, it's new metal in a nutshell, isn't it?
I know.
It's just good.
It's the like.
It's not something this is not an album that I'm gonna listen to that much in the future.
Yeah.
But
for me,
it was important to me at the time, and I still think it's good.
So I talked about Alien. It's Alien 3, man. It's like, it's fun, it's good, but it has not aged well.
Yeah.
But I don't mean that in a bad way. I'm not saying like it, but those electronic sounds and they just make it, they age it so much, right? And there's a song after this in a few which they don't have much of it in it, and that song, for me, it doesn't have an age on it. But when you put those like and things on it, it just really ages it a lot. And Alien is amazing. Aliens is fucking great. Alien 3, it's just something I want to chuck on, slam it. It's really good, but at the same time, it's the most aged out of all those movies. I don't count fucking Resurrection, for fuck's sake. But when I watched Alien, I listened to this, it just reminded me. I was like, every time I watch Alien 3, I'm like, do you know, it's not. It's just I enjoy it, but it has.
Yeah,
there's a lot of things that date it, but man, remember when drums sounded like drums? I know I say this a lot, but
do you think they sound like drums?
I think they sound not just the real drums. The drum sound. I just like listening to real fucking drums, and yeah, I think the drum was good. I just really the program parts just ruined in it. I know they're trying to be. At that time, they're just trying to be different, right?
I'd be interested to know what you think of the first album, actually, because
is that a lot of it?
I don't think there's nowhere near as much. They tried to move. It was like they tried to become a bit. I think at the time this came out, like the Prodigy were getting coverage in Kerrang!
I remember.
I
remember that.
And then there was all these bands like Static X and Fear Factory did like a dance remix of one of their albums and stuff.
Okay.
It was topical. It was popular.
Yeah. So before I came here, I rode my bike. It takes about 20 minutes here, and I listened to this album as much as I could, and it's just fucking fun, isn't it? It's just really, this song's just really good at, getting you places, you know what I mean? You chuck it on, you get there 5 minutes faster than you normally would. Like, it's just
it is. It's got a rhythm to cycle.
It's got that like din, 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 like that stabby little thing of drum beat. His voice is quite cool.
I always remember him being really good live.
Yeah, like the chorus is sung, right, and it's quite, they go.
And also as well, another thing that quite appealed to me was about Spineshank was like they were not particularly cool looking guys. Like they were all, the first album, they were all a bit tubby, like had a bit of acne.
Yeah, I saw like their photos like with like the new metal hair.
Yeah.
Like
they
that,
were they weren't like they. Yeah, they weren't. Yeah, they were just geeks who.
Yeah.
Were quite a good new metal band, I guess.
Yeah, I just like the same. I treat this the same way as I treat like a movie where it's good at what it's trying to do. Like it's not trying to be like, like I do like technical stuff. I like a bit of Dream Theater and things like that. But sometimes I just want a riff. Just play one riff, do some vocals over it, and I'm good. And nice beat. I'm happy. That's all I want. And this just does it. It's weird. I was not when I hear the little like samples, whatever. I was like, oh no, here we go. But I think this is a good song.
Yep.
It's a good, it's a good new metal song, right?
It's a good album,
and it's just good for like, what you're trying to do. It's just great. I really enjoyed it. It's quite cool. Yeah, I listened to it a lot. But yeah, the programmed drums, not the drums, but the programmy parts, not bad. I don't mind them in this song. They're not like annoying or anything like that. But yeah, I quite enjoyed it. 3 out of 5.
Okay. I'm gonna give it 4 for nostalgia.
Yeah, fair enough. I don't have the nostalgia. Next song. Second song is the title track, The Height of Callousness. You don't focus on lyrics much, right? You don't really care.
I do.
Can the lyrics ruin a song?
Yeah.
I think so, right? Yeah.
But I don't think they do on this. I think
absolutely. I don't agree, but I like the chorus, whatever. Was it fuck integrity?
Yeah, but I read a thing about it.
Oh yeah?
It's kind of taken the piss out of a lot of the bands that were from LA at the time, and they were all about the brotherhood and the and they were just like, fuck off. Like,
I see.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I noticed like when a theme for this, like the first couple of tracks of this album, like how can I explain this? Like, I don't really care about the lyrics, but they're not bothering me either. I like them because they're just. I'm not really listening to them, but at the same time, there's not like a phrase that really pisses me off. Like me and Damien talked about Deftones, and we said like, this little thing bugged us. Like some things do that, but in this song, like usually anything bothers me, but it just works so well in this fucking song. The riffs are amazing. The drum intro is fucking brilliant. There's a middle part.
Heavy as fuck.
It's heavy. The middle part with like the drum, that's fucking epic. Even like the little like guitar, and there's not much samples in this song. It's really subtle, and that's why I think this song is the best song on the album, because it sounds like just a metal song. It doesn't sound like this is from fucking 2000, produced by Roadrunner. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's why I really liked it. I think that this is it's one of those gym songs that people like just go mental with. Yeah. Yeah. What a great fucking song. And yeah, like little creative guitar parts as well. Like just subtle. I think that's when new metal gets shit, when they try to do too much. Even Limp Bizkit never did it. They just what did Wes Borland do really? He just played a riff and then a couple of like, he wasn't doing like rage stuff, was he? He was just he just played nothing or played a heavy riff, and that's it. And sometimes you need that. I mean, overcomplicating it doesn't work. This is perfect. Love the intro. I don't know, just a really good song. I kept playing it over and over. So yeah, good song. What do you think, Jim? Yeah.
I think this is possibly my favorite song on the album.
It's mine for sure.
Again, I've got good memories of watching it live.
Oh yeah, well, this must have been amazing live.
I just like his. Is it cadence you use when the vocals are like doing?
Yeah.
Just like
delivery.
No, I'm fucking right.
Yeah.
I don't know. It sounds really tribal and really like.
Yeah, it really works on this. Yeah, this seems like one where like the producer Garth was like, "Mate, you got to nail this," because a lot of vocalists, like they got it in them. You just got to try and get it out of them, and however you do, and like whatever they did in this song fucking worked. I love it.
The crazy one thing I find interesting about Spineshank is this album was more successful than the first, and the first album is so more new metal-y.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I think this was for new metal. This was actually, I think, 2000.
Yeah.
Even the new metal bands at the time, like, this was heavy for new metal.
Yeah, if I had heard this when I was younger, I definitely would have been into it. But just never came across it, man.
It's like that. This song's like as heavy as Slipknot or something, I think.
Well, I think we should talk about Slipknot later, because do you think they sound Slipknot sometimes? His vocal, he reminds you of Corey Taylor a lot.
Yeah, but these were before Slipknot.
Right. So like, not this song in particular, but there's some song like even this song. He's got that. You can hear it.
I think all the Roadrunner bands of like mid 90s to mid 2000s all had a similar.
Man, like I'm really reminded of Slipknot. Not so much in they're in drop B, which is the guitar tone, but his voice, the way he delivers a lot of lines. Not so much on this song, but for sure I can hear it. Anyway, I give it 4 out of 5 as a new metal song. 4 out of 5.
Yeah, I'll give it 4.
Third track, Synthetic, James.
I love it.
You love it?
Yeah. This is the single.
Okay.
This is a single off the album. The video is quite cool.
Oh,
we
need to talk about that.
They're in like a.
Yeah, I watched it.
Yeah.
Man, it made me, all I thought about, man, fucking hell, they spent a lot of money, didn't they?
Yeah, money.
Like,
yeah. Roadrunner, man.
Roadrunner put in money, because this video is like the robot guy comes out.
Yeah.
And it reminded me of Prometheus. Like,
I remember what. Oh god, it was a fucking shit program. That Altered Carbon on Netflix. Did you watch that?
No.
With a guy from. He did the remake of the RoboCop movie. He was the main character.
Oh god!
So it's set in the future, and like everyone's personality and basically you're on a disc, but you can swap bodies.
Oh, I see.
The premise of it should have been amazing, but every episode I watched, I was like, this is just like the synthetic video.
Yeah, all I could think was I was like, oh, like, and he's like screaming in the robot's little face.
But I love it, man.
And the girl, she's like on the computer. Like, remember those girls that look, like the black, long, like pale, like. Oh, there's a look to those new metal girls, right?
Yeah.
It reminded me of like these.
They're always in the Disturbed videos as well.
Yeah.
I really like. I love the beginning with the simple chords and like the disco beat on the hi-hats, and then
so much like softer sound, not as heavy. But then like song.
I don't know. It sounds like again the cadences that.
Yeah,
it's like everything just fits.
I agree.
It drives.
Yeah, I think these first three songs are great. They flow into each other really, really well. I was like, you know, the first one I was like, oh, I'm into this. Second one, oh yeah, okay, here we go, a little bit different. And this one I was like, oh, cool for still keeping that flow going. So full marks for song positioning, right?
Yes.
For sure. But yeah, the video made me laugh, man, because it just made me think of like Prometheus and like about all the people going like, oh, this is fucking amazing. And then like later, like 5 years later, you're like, oh, look at the CGI on that. It's rough. God. They spend Spineshank got a lot of money out of them. So what happened? How come this band didn't get?
I have no idea.
Slipknot level then. What's missing?
Don't know. Maybe the fact that they were just 4.
Because I would put these 3 songs up there with any like. I mean, do you know? I think they sound more like Slipknot now. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like in this song, the chorus, he sounds so much like. Corey Taylor sounds so much like him. This song reminds you of like what Slipknot are doing recently, whatever. And you're like, so what does Slipknot? Because these 3 songs, I would put them up against.
Slipknot just have the visual.
I know, yeah, but I guess so. So is it that they were just not? They didn't have the. Like,
maybe so. Maybe they just didn't have the X factor.
The X factor, yeah. I don't have any nostalgia for this, but I still enjoyed it. The drums, I love the drums in these songs again. And the lyrics, man, like I can tell those kids back in the day could really like. I think they're quite smart with their lyrics choices. They're quite like, fuck everybody. But not like so on the nose. Like,
not as twatty as Papa Roach.
Yeah. I quite I can see what they're doing. Cool riff in this song, really good. Video made me laugh, but like still, it's a good song. Really, yeah. I'm quite interested in why this band didn't blow up as much. But I'll give it 3.
3? I'm giving it 4.
I don't know why am I giving it 3. I quite enjoyed it. 3.5.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Here we go. Next one. Track 4 is New Disease. So was this a single?
This was a single as well. I'm
not sure which one was first.
I don't know which one was first. Funny, listening to this song this week.
Yeah.
I've listened to it on headphones all week, and then we've just listened to it here on your amazing headphones. I always loved this song, but the bit that annoyed me was the nobody.
Yeah.
That bit always used to annoy me. I just thought it was like really lazy.
Yeah.
But listening to it in headphones, because I just back in the day when this was out, I'd listen just to it on my CD player in my room, because it's panned and it's in one ear and then the other.
Yeah. I think it makes it full.
It's so much better.
Yeah, it makes it sound fuller. Yeah.
I think I love the verse. I know it's got the dated programming in the background.
No, I'm not hating on that. I quite like. Man, isn't this what Slipknot sound like right now? I mean, not the latest album, but the last like Vermilion stuff. That really kind of Yeah, it sounds a lot. He does sound very similar to Corey Taylor, but I quite enjoy it. The verse is great, right? Like he's singing, but like got that like I don't know.
And then they end it with it. Did I ever want this?
Yeah, that's good.
New metal as fuck.
I'm really enjoying the drummer again in this.
Yeah.
I just like listening to drummer, recording drums. I mean, like when you talk to like producers and stuff, getting that drum sound is always like the big thing, and like so much fun. But yeah, I just love those one riff. I love the riff because it's like a choice where he does like a hammer on, dun 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 diddle, like that little diddle. It just makes it more because he could go da 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 da, and like that sounds like more like a Limp Bizkit thing, but just do that da 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 diddle. It just gives a little bit of.
That was probably Garth Richardson doing.
The chorus is different in this song, right? It's not like doesn't really go up. It just go. They kind of like he's in a way like they kind of like sings high, and then the chorus goes lower, kind of thing. Like it's kind of it's a weird chorus choice. This is, but it sounds good. Like, was it nobody?
Yeah, change my mind.
It's that melody.
The name as well, New Disease. They just thought, what sounds new metal as fuck? What can we call this to appeal to the masses, to get the kids behind us? New Disease. There we go.
Yeah, still got that industrial sound.
Maybe they were writing it about the next style of music that was coming after new metal, or maybe they were being ironic writing it about themselves. Maybe they were all secret, like
what came
hardcore glam rockers.
What came after new metal for you? What do you think?
I don't know.
I'd say it's emo, right?
Yeah. Yeah, you're right.
I think it was emo, right? What was it? I have no idea the latest ones. Like it was like new metal, emo.
Gent now, isn't it?
Yeah, gent is like now. But before that was like what do you call it? Deathcore, and then it was like post whatever the fuck. I have no idea. But we didn't grow up then, Jim. We grew up in this time, so we're talking about this song. Yeah, it's a cool song, isn't it? I quite like it.
Yeah.
Once again, I think these first four songs are brilliant. Like I thoroughly enjoyed them. Listening, I bought my bike here, listened to these four songs. I was like, what more can you want? Super new metal. The singer's he's good. He's got an interesting voice. Once again, I'm not into like perfect singers. I like a guy with an interesting voice, and I'm not gonna sit there and be like, well, his chords were not really. I don't give a shit about that. But I think he sounds good. I think the song's good, and yeah, I just think, wow, why didn't this band get any bigger? It's kind of weird. Maybe they did. Maybe we just didn't.
I don't think they're sure. I think they're like. They were on the scene for a while. They supported some big bands touring. I know they did that.
But they just couldn't get over that, hump, I guess. All right, next song. Next song is open bracket, can't be, close bracket. James, did you even know that was the song title?
Nope.
Have you seen Terminator Genesis?
Yes.
What do you remember about that? Not just in general.
I remember being fucking livid at the end of it because of how shit it was.
That's my experience with this album. The beginning of that movie was fucking brilliant. I was like, oh my god, they're gonna do it, and then
yeah, this is just a nothing track, isn't it? I think the verse is just like Korn could probably sue them, and then the chorus is just really like, yeah.
The intro is fucking brutal, just that low, and then it goes the. That sound, I fucking hate it. It's so bad. It's brutal. I was so disappointed by this song because I was like, oh, I'm on this. Can they keep it up? No. Like 2 Minute Genesis. You're like, oh my god, this is kind of. I'm liking this idea. And then fuck. Yeah.
It's a good analogy actually. Because the opening bit. The opening half of Terminator Genesis, when Arnie goes back in time, I was like,
look,
me too. I loved it.
And that was me. I was like, oh no, what's happening?
Went down like a shit in a lift.
I think this song is boring. It's shit, and it just ages like
very generic new
really
metal.
Horrible. Yeah. I hate it. I don't want to talk about it anymore.
Yeah, 1 out of 5.
1 out of 5. Gone. Track 6 is Cyanide 2600 or 2600, whatever you want to call it. This was in Resident Evil, I guess.
Yep, sounds like it.
Yeah.
I don't like it. I don't like the song, but all the samples and this like kind of stuff that they're doing.
Yeah.
There's some of it on the first album. I don't mind it because I can tell that the guys in this band are actually into a lot of electronic music.
I see.
And they're fusing something that they clearly like with heavy music, which I respect. It's just not my cup of tea.
Yeah. That drums,
it's like a jungle beat, isn't
it? But it reminds you of that Slipknot song.
The first one.
Yeah, but that works because like Corey Taylor does like a cool melody over it. That song works, right? This is just it's so noisy and annoying. I hate it. Like honestly, I think when new metal is shit, it's the worst music ever. I think. Like a shit reggae song is still okay. A shit pop song is still okay. But a shit new metal song is
you're right.
Bad. You know what I mean? Even like a death metal, you're like, it's a little heavy. You're like, but this is so bad. And I always feel like, people like talk about new metal.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know what I think is wrong with this? Right? Is that like someone said, listen to this Spineshank album. All right, go to track 5 and just play from there. You like it because like when you're trying to like wean someone into a band or something, you're like, just like, this is a softer song, or whatever. You like someone, you're trying to get him with the Mastodon, you're like, listen to The Hunter, right? It's kind of rocky or whatever. And you don't show them fucking Oblivion or whatever.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I'm like, I feel like they were like showing them these songs, and they were like, what? This is fucking dreadful, But yeah, what a drop off. The first 4 songs are up there with some of the best new metal I've ever heard, and then these 2 are just shite. I hate them. 1 out of 5.
1 out of 5.
Next one up is Play God. Jim, do you remember listening to this?
Yep.
I mean, any good memories?
Yes, very good memories. I used to dance to this in Room, which was the metal night I went to, and sometimes it's Silhouettes. I like this song. I think it's got a really just almost Korn-esque dancey disco beat.
I can hear that.
Yeah, I like it.
Yeah, I find it really tiresome now. They just lost the vibe. Once again, I listened to this whole album from beginning to end, and like the chorus is just not up to par compared to the other songs. It's quite just generic and like.
He could sing this chorus, couldn't he?
Yeah, probably. Yeah, it's not. I don't know. I just lost it. I lost my new metal boner. It just went. Yeah, like your energy is gone. It just feels like I don't know. They're not even like they were like, the first 4 tracks are done. Fuck it, let's just go. Send the B team out. Oh, talking of B team, FIFA 20 just came out.
Yeah,
man, how can you release a game with so many bugs?
I'm 8 games into my manager mode. I'm doing all right. I've had no problems.
You haven't noticed that like every team is putting out like their B team. Like I'm playing against Liverpool and there's a Champions League game and they're playing fucking all the reserves in the main team.
Oh, I haven't noticed that.
It's insane. And then the second one is like, when your player gets up to a certain level, they lose the skill moves.
Oh, really?
It's like fucking hell.
One thing I did think was ridiculous is Matty Longstaff is in the England squad after just 8 games. But that is because I edited him to like an 83 or something.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it is insane how like EA, fuck EA. Anyway, they better change it soon.
I was playing a game yesterday. I played Brighton at St James's, and after about half an hour, I went 2-0 up, and I was playing really well. And then Brighton scored 3 goals in 5 minutes.
Yeah, it's insane.
And there was nothing I could do. Literally nothing.
Yeah, the game's broken.
Yeah. Rubbish.
They need to fix it. Anyway, I would rather talk about FIFA than this song, though. So, sorry, Jim. I know you like it. I give it a 1.5.
2. No. 3.
Moving on. All right, next one is Malnutrition. Wow. There's kind of a Mastodon riff in this song, right?
Yeah.
And I like the riff.
This doesn't sound like a song to me. It just sounds like a collection of riffs.
Yeah, I like that riff though.
Yeah.
But like, do you know what I'm getting now? Mudvayne.
Oh, yeah.
I think he's a Mick. His voice sounds like the Mudvayne guy and Corey Taylor, like mashed together.
I think he's a better singer than the Mudvayne guy. The Mudvayne guy is like, I do really like Mudvayne and I like his voice, but he's not like a technically great singer.
Oh
is
no,
he?
man! Have you like A World So Cold and stuff like that?
Oh yeah.
I think he sounds great in those songs.
The song's brilliant, isn't it? When passion.
Yeah, he thinks that singing is amazing. Way too long.
I'm going to listen to that on the way home.
That's a great. And there's another one. What's another one that he sings on? World Snow Coat. And there's another one. Really good one. Anyway, I disagree there. I think he's a much better.
Death Blooms was my favourite Mudvayne song.
Oh, yeah.
Off LD50.
Yeah. Should we do that next?
Yep.
Let's do LD50
Have
next,
we not done it?
No, we haven't. Right, so
okay.
we're going to do Marilyn Manson when Damien's back.
Okay.
But until then, next week, let's do LD50, right? Sounds good. Yeah, so, yeah, I think it's better, but I just, I don't know. Yeah, I agree with you there. It's just, I've lost the mojo, you know, just gone. But I give it a 2 out of 5.
Yeah, 2. It's just nondescript, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's like they just had a collection of riffs and Garth Richardson was just like, right, let's just put some samples over it and it's an album filler.
Yeah, I'm losing my vibe. Next up is Seamless. Never wanted that live because it's meaningless.
Right, this song annoys me. I don't like the self-pity in the lyrics. It's very them.
I thought...
It fucking annoys me. I like the chorus. I think it's a good chorus. I don't like the verses, and this song just bores me a little bit.
Yeah, I was into it at the beginning, and then they're back to the singy chorus, but like I don't know the line. But I can imagine kids being fucking well into this. Yeah, so I can imagine those lines really hitting home with people. Like I wouldn't hit home with me at the time, but
yeah, I didn't give a fuck.
Yeah, what's your philosophy of life, James? Do you have a quick? Can you sum up your? Are you because one thing that makes me laugh about you is like, you always say, "Oh, I got no interest in that," but then you like come in with something about it, and I'm like, "I thought you're not interested in James." Yeah, I'm not. So why are you chipping in? Well, because you know, I feel like you just enjoy doing shit, you know, like chipping in with stuff.
Yeah, I don't have I don't know. I'm like a. What's the word? I'm just like a breeze, aren't I? I just.
Like
come in and out.
Yeah.
Leave a smile. A faint scent of lemon, and
I think Damon would be good for this because I reckon he would at this time the way he's talked about stuff. I think he would totally be hit by this. Like, yeah, life is meaningless, right? And now he's kind of the opposite. So I'm gutted he's not here. Anyway, yeah, I don't know. It's alright. It's just not.
I don't like the song. I like the verse. I like the chorus, but I don't like the rest of it, and I don't like the lyrics.
Yeah, 1,
2.
Next song is Negative Space. We just listened to it. Jamie was proper singing to it. So
banging tune.
Like yeah. I think it's better, right? I love the opening riff. That's cool.
This could be. It's
thing.
In the same quality as the first 4 songs. I think. It's like it's heavy. It's anthemic. This song, I think.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's like musically it's up there, but the vocals I'm not. You quite like the vocals in this, right?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know why I like that line. What I feel every day keeps everything nice and cold.
Huh.
It's not. I don't know. He's not like saying.
Yeah.
Keeps me cold. I don't know. It's
okay. That's cool.
I think he's just cynical.
Yeah, I really like that opening riff. That
it makes me think he's saying, "I'm not depressed. I'm cynical," and I've got no problem with cynic.
I see.
Cynical. And I know depression's a very real thing, but I just get like a bit bored of.
Do you ever thought you've ever had depression?
I think there's a very, very big difference between being depressed and having depression, and I've certainly been depressed at a couple of points in my life, where just lots of reasons.
No, I think like for me, like
cannabis psychosis, wasn't happy in my job.
Yeah. I think if you're saying I'm depressed, I think you're not depressed really, because I remember when I was in in London. I had a great job, good life, everything, and I had tickets to Anne Boleyn, the band. You know, I really like Anne Boleyn. Like they're one of my favorite bands. I had tickets, and I was sitting in my room, ready to go, and I just didn't go. I was like, fuck, I can't be bothered. And I was like, now I think back, I'm like, what the, like.
I did that with.
You ever have that?
I had it with. I think I might have said this on the songs for the Deaf review. my girlfriend at the time got tickets to see Queens of the Stone Age at Rock City.
Okay.
And Newcastle were playing on TV, and I chose to stay at home.
Yeah.
And like it was an excuse for me to say, oh, but Newcastle on TV, I want to watch that. But that wasn't the reason. I just
didn't want to go.
I
right?
didn't want to leave the house.
Weird, right? Yeah. I'm not saying I was depressed.
I didn't want to leave the house.
Yeah. I didn't. I don't think I was depressed, but I remember like I had the tickets and I was like ready to go. I got dressed and everything, and I just sat in my room just like, oh, be fucking bothered. And I love that band. It's crazy.
Mine was down to weed as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I was on nothing. I realized that I'd been just working towards a goal, and then I achieved the goal, and then once I did that, I just flatlined. You know what I mean? That's why I love living in Japan, because like here, every day is a fucking challenge, and I always got things to do. Like even like with our band, like I'm always like, guys, let's do this, whatever. I know everyone's busy and got other things on, but I need to be active all the time. That's just my personality, and like I realized that, and I managed to change the situation, and I've never felt like that again. But I never forget being like I had the tickets in my hand, and I was like, I can't go, but I could go. It's weird. Anyway, but I think this is a much better song. But I think those middle songs just really blew it for me. If this was probably after the first four, I think I'd have enjoyed it much more. But yeah, the middle ruined it. So, but good energy again. The energy's back. That I think this. The first
singy choruses and catchy. Yeah, I'm gonna give this a 4. I really like this.
I'll give it a 3. A 3. The last song is called Transparent. Was it Transparent? I read that as transparent, and I was like, wait a minute, that's a thing now, right? Transparent, not transparent. Better than the middle songs.
I really like his singing part on this. It's weird. He's not really singing. He's just like talking in a kind of singing voice. I know that sounds. I can't verbalize what I want to say.
This album to me is like, let's say, a sandwich with really like the top layer is like a really good quality bread with butter and shit on it. In the middle, you just got shit. And then at the bottom of it, it's got like some lettuce. It does the job, It keeps the shit together, but you've got a good grip, you know what I mean? It's not, and my fingers are wet from the lettuce. So.
Turn the bread soggy.
Exactly. To sum it up, not massive a fan of this song. And as the last song, I don't know.
I like this song. I think, so there's 10 tracks on this album. I think 1 to 4 are very good.
Brilliant.
5, 6, 7, 8, shit. 9 and 10, very good.
I would say 4 are great. The middle ones are just awful, unlistenable. And then the last 2, the last 2 are, all right.
So the best thing about having albums with 10 songs on is you can give them a round score out of 10. So seeing as I really like 6 songs and don't like 4 of them, I give this album 6 out of 10. I really enjoy. I'm keeping those 4 songs on my iPod for sure. I'm gonna keep those in the mix. I'm glad I got to discover those 4 songs, because I've only got to listen to them, right? Which is what this, for me, this is a big part of the podcast. I enjoy that, get to listen to those songs. But overall, it died out after 4 songs, but really good, solid 4 songs. So it's worth it just for those 4 songs. So they'll be on there. Cool. Maybe we'll check out more in the future. So let's do Mudvayne LD50. So Damien's going to America, right, next week?
Yeah, he won't be here, sadly. So whenever Damien can get back, we'll do it. But does he want to do that?
He's a big fan of that album, so let's do something else. We'll ask him if he wants. I'd actually quite like to do LD50 with Damien, because he's gonna say do it, but he lived through it when he was at an important age when the album came out, so I bet he's got a lot to say.
Right, what else do you want to do?
Okay, give me a. Oh fucking!
Come on, you lived there, James. There must be something. Give us like a, what's that word? Deep cut.
We've done all the bands that I think are good from this era, though.
We haven't done like Static X or Fear Factory or those kind of bands.
Let's do Fear Factory Demanufacture.
Demanufacture?
Demanufacture.
Right. Let's do it.
Let's do that fucker. Awesome.
Yeah, great. I enjoyed it. Anyway, all right, awesome. Let's do that next week.
Okay.
All right, guys. So email us at weshouldhavegonetouniversity@gmail.com if you have any suggestions or comments or whatever thing that we've discussed today. If you're listening to this on podcast app on iTunes, give us a rating. It helps people find the podcast. Our Twitter is at GoneToUniPod. We're on Instagram too, but it's just to promote the show. We've got a Patreon too, which is just to help us get new gear and shit like that. So if you want to, it's only like, I think it's $1. And whatever you donate, if you donate $1, that means whatever you suggest us to do, we'll do in an upcoming show for sure.
And we have a band, Answer Me. Listen to Answer Me.
Yeah, listen to our band too, right? And give us a good critique. Oh, Jamie, you missed a little thing here. Oh, Ashley, why did you choose that?
Yeah, I was just thinking we're really opening ourselves up by...
That's the beauty of it, all right? So that's the beauty of it. Anyway, guys, I'm off. Goodbye.
Bye-bye.